name's Kaler, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I am making a rum cake, and these are my ingredients, and I got it all set up. But to start with, you go to the rum cake pan, and I already have it greased with butter, so it's ready to go. And to give it that good, crunchy taste, you have about a cup of walnuts, and I'm just going to sprinkle it over the bottom so that when it bakes, it comes out with that crunchy topping, and you get it all everywhere. Mix it about, and then simple, yeah. And then you go to the dry ingredients, and you start with a cup and 3/4 of flour, about a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. And you're just going to whisk this all up, have it all ready for the other ingredients, and then you can move that off to the side. You don't really need it. And you bring in the big bowl, and I have some room temperature butter here, about 1/2 cup of it, 1 stick. I'm going to plop that. Hold on, it's working perfectly. In there. There we go. With 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. And you're probably going to want to use a mixer for this for like 3 minutes and make sure everything's fully combined. Okay, and I fast forward you past the noise. So we can put that to the side. It's now all ground up and everything, and you're going to add the flour mixture to it, and add all of that, as well as about 3 tablespoons of canola oil. You can put that all in, and you're probably going to just want to mix it back up for about 1/2 minute or so to make sure it's fully combined. Here we go. Okay, and now it's all blended up, now finer mixture. And usually I hate using stuff in a box, but we're using vanilla pudding and pie filling right now. And you're just going to sprinkle that in. Mix it about just for a few seconds. Make sure it's combined and you're good. And so now this is like the dry mixture, and we can go back to another bowl. And you're going to add 4 eggs, and you can whisk those up. There you go. You can whisk the eggs up, make sure they're all good. You're going to end up combining this to the dry mixture in a minute. So you're going to add this, and then you have 3/4 cup of milk. And it wouldn't be rum cake without the rum. So, and you're going to add about a 3/4 cup of rum as well. There we go. And there we are. Mix that about. And then last but not least, you are going to be adding 1/2 cup of canola oil, as well as 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And I'm going to whisk that about, and there we go. And you can bring back the dry mixture, and slowly you're going to add in this mixture to the dry mixture while blending it. There we go, the multitasking. It all about, make sure it's fully combined and it's nice and smooth. It's going to be probably really runny, but that's a good thing because it just means it's going to be really moist when you eat it, and that's always good. So it now smells like rum cake at this point. That's all about. And you have preheated the oven already to 325. Haven't mentioned that, but you have to do that, and you're going to pour it into the already greased and walnutted pie tray, and Also, there is a sauce that you go on top, and it's that really glazy, so when you eat it, it's just so smooth, and it has that sweet feel to it. And now add this in there, and you're going to cook it for about 50 to 60 minutes. And in the last 10 minutes, you should probably start the sauce for on top. And when you do, I'll explain that in a minute. You just cook it on the stove. It's pretty easy to make. And here we are. It's about ready. And now I'm just going to put this in the oven for 50 to 60 minutes. Check on it, poke it, see that it's fully cooked. My oven's sort of slow, so it usually takes longer. But yeah, that's it. So now it's 3:25. We're going to put it in. Set the timer to 50 minutes, because better be safe than sorry, and we're good. So we're going to start with a cup, or 3/4 cup of butter, and we'll put it in the saucepan. Make sure it's completely melted before we do anything else. Okay, and so now that it's fully melted, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of just normal water and a 1.5 cups of sugar. And we're going to wait for about 5 minutes, and we're going to make sure this comes to a nice boil. And once we do that, we can add the hard stuff. And while we wait for it to heat up, I should probably talk about why I'm actually doing this and why I like cooking. Like, in my opinion, everyone has an art. Like, everyone has that part of themselves. Some people can sing, some can dance. I can do neither of those. But I can cook, so that's really what I do. Also, you can add about, just like a grain of salt, a dash of salt, whatever works for you. Stir it around. It's now been boiling for about 5 minutes, and it's pretty hot. Sort of burned myself on it, I'll be honest. And you're going to remove it from the heat. Give it a minute to sit. Now, you take it off the element, let it cool so it stops bubbling, which it now has, and you will add about 1/2 cup of rum. That's good. And stir it in. And you will return it to the heat for about 30 seconds, just so everything's ready. And once you do that, stir it around. Don't make sure it doesn't like overcook or anything. But it now has like a very nice sauce, and while it cools, while we're waiting for the cake to cool, then this will cool and it'll sort of harden. So when you pour it on, it's not like so like goopy, but it'll have a nice consistency. And here it is, about an hour later, nice and golden. And so you're gonna probably want to let it cool. Okay, and now you're just gonna flip it over. Out easily enough. There it is. Scoot it to the middle. Okay, and just continue poking it. Don't be shy. Make sure you get the entire thing poked up, because when you do put in the glaze, you really want it to seep into all the little holes, and you don't want it to just puddle around at the bottom. Oh, we're on. Okay. Well, as you can see, I was munching on it. But here's the final product. And I got the recipe to Brown Eyed Baker. It's a cute little website, and she posts all different kinds of baking recipes, and I'm really grateful for it because this looks like amazing, and I can't wait to eat it.